Hey guys, Logan, we're up to Season 9, Episode 8 of One Tree Hill. Here we go. Why?
So what now? Now I go back to prison.
Say what? Help wanted. Best bosses ever. Accurate though.
Can I please have an application?
Sure, of course.
They say I need a job now that I'm on parole. I'll be the best employee ever.
That position has been filled.
I just watched you put up that sign.
Well, now you can watch me take it down.
Have a nice day. Have a nice day.
Okay, you're right. This is much cooler than keeping it on the shelf. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope, nope.
Ooh.
That was awesome!
Oh boy, look who's back. One of the most useless characters in the entire freaking...
Damn, you look good, girl. Damn, you look good, girl.
Damn, she pregnant.
Dude, you scared? Because I'm not gonna lie, if it was Chris Keller, I'd be in Canada to ride a boat. No way.
That's why Chris Keller didn't enlist in the Air Force.
There can be girls in your clan or troop or whatever
Oh
you call it.
god.
I don't know. Maybe.
Ooh, what if it's your lieutenant or your commander-in-chief or something? Dude, what if she's super hot? Oh, bro, we need a game plan. Dude, stop.
I don't think you have
Keep
time
this little
for
fantasy to myself.
that.
Or later.
Worried about Chuck. Wish I didn't have to leave.
It's like...
Dude, don't worry about Kid Keller, man. He's gonna be cool.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
His
So,
dad's up.
what do you want to do now? Do you want to watch another movie?
I just keep praying for that phone to ring, somebody to tell me that he's okay and he's coming home.
Or he's not okay. What
They
up?
found someone. They think it might be Nathan.
Oh god.
We're
Oh!
supposed to go identify the body.
Yep. Yeah, here we go. Here's the moment from the beginning. It's not going to be Nathan because
crashing your plane.
that would be the worst writing decision ever.
Yes, that was the coolest thing I have ever seen. I think he's just trying to help all of us. Plus, he said I might be done coming here for a while.
You leaving me? That's not fair. How can you get to go?
Probably because I answer all the questions he asks.
Yeah.
This is different than last time. We have two defenseless babies now.
No, but don't let him freak you out. Besides, if he shows up again, I'll kick his ass.
Has everything been okay at home lately? I mean, I know Chuck's dad is back.
Why are you asking me that?
It's just, I saw some bruises on Chuck, and...
No, it's nothing like that.
You know, once you get the hell out of here, and don't bother coming back neither. If I do find out those bruises are from anything other than a bike, I will absolutely be coming back here. And the next visit won't be quite so cordial.
Oh! Hell yeah.
All I can think about is one moment you and I shared years ago. Over and over, that same insignificant moment repeats in my head. I can't tell you why.
Ain't no way they kill him off here. Not this way.
Your first year playing for Maryland.
Not in episode
Jamie must have been
8.
2. You said you didn't want to do
That's
anything,
just bad
but
writing,
I
man.
insisted on at least
It's
having
just
your
bad
favorite.
writing.
You remember this? When I brought back mint chocolate chip and you asked why I thought that
And
was
I don't.
favorite.
I mean, season
I
8
was
was
so
horrendous
confused.
writing, but
Anytime
I don't
we
think
had
they're
gotten
gonna
ice cream
screw
together,
up
that's
this
what you
bad.
always chose, but you told me Rocky Road was your favorite. And you looked at me.
Cookies and cream
so
is the
tenderly,
superior
and you said
ice cream.
you always chose mint chocolate chip because you knew it was my favorite flavor.
Ugh, I cannot imagine going to identify a body.
Have we really had our last conversation? Our last kiss?
You see, like, I like heartbreak and stuff like that when I do writing, but I understand that this would be a bad way to write it. What? What the hell? People do be coming back now.
So I hear Officer Burns had an accident.
How do you know about that?
He and I had a little conversation last night.
That guy.
Is that
He's on The Walking Dead. Was on.
Yeah, more or less.
So what's up?
Okay. You know me and Lauren used to date, right? Well, every once in a while, we're still, you know. What?
Yeah, but
You know. I saw her today. And she was pregnant. I'm talking about big as a house pregnant. Man, I guess that explains why she was acting a little weird the last few months when I called her text.
So, what if it is yours?
damn,
I'm a
you
man
good,
up.
dog.
Yo, I'm not about to be a bad father. There's already too many of those out there as it is.
That's true.
Right about that.
I feel like you
Maybe
would have
let's talk
already
for a
known
few
if you
minutes
were a
first.
father. She doesn't seem like someone who
Seriously, I
would
can
be
have
like,
a
"Oh,
sucker?
I'm going to keep this away from
Am I
him.
six?
Keep this as a
I'm just
secret."
recommending a simple work, then reward method. Might help us get somewhere. If you truly want to get better, you have got to let go of your reservations and open yourself up,
Didn't you already?
no matter the risk.
He already talked to Quinn about all this, didn't he? We already had this
Hey,
experience last season, didn't we?
Hi, bro. All right, let's go. Get up. Still eating.
Hey, I wasn't doing anything wrong. There's no Logan eating. I wasn't doing anything.
Dude, you're not that
Police
stupid.
don't know anything. Not that they've
No
told me.
one's that stupid.
Deb, I can't shake the feeling that Dan is
You
involved
literally
in this
beat the
somehow.
shit out of her. You really think that
It's
she
turned
wants
out
you
this
in her
is- I
freaking...
can't believe for a second that Dan
Oh.
had anything to do with this.
It's not like
Any
you
good
made a
Dan has
mistake.
ever done has been for
Oh,
Nathan.
my bad. Oh,
Well,
I
if
said
it
the
wasn't
wrong
him
things.
directly,
I
it
acted
could
the
easily
wrong
have been
way.
someone
I'm
that he's
sorry.
pissed off somewhere
Please
down the
forgive
line.
me.
I don't know. I have so many
You
possibilities
physically
that are just swirling around in my head every day, and each one is
attacked
worse
her.
than the last.
Painted on the wall behind him. I don't know anything about the kidnapping. I always dealt with the drugs and the horse. Give me a name. Someone who might know about it. Does the name Constantine mean anything to you?
Constantine. John Constantine?
Zoran. And Dmitri. That PV show of yours. You think we'll ever find redemption for the things we've done? I wouldn't count on it. And I'll see you in hell, my friend. I'll save you a seat.
Damn.
David?
What?
What are you doing here?
I heard about Nathan.
Even this guy gets to come back?
Don't worry, it's not another one of your sisters. I've now decided to date outside of the James family, and apparently there are more women out there in the world, so...
Wow, congratulations.
I'm really glad you're happy.
Thanks.
Clay, please don't leave again. You know, I don't remember. We are close to something here. Come on, Clay. What happened?
Oh, so it's
You
that.
have to go back.
They
It's the only way you can leave it behind.
I'm not convinced that that would create so much trauma that he would experience this.
Yeah.
It would have to be such a rare and slim scenario that would put him where he's at.
Conduct, then becoming an officer and a gentleman shall be punished as your court-martial may direct.
Are you saying you can't have a beer?
I'm saying that's what will happen to me as an officer if I get caught beating the hell out of Chuck's father.
Oh,
Whoa, dude. Hey, maybe you should think about this for a second. You don't even know what's going on over there for sure.
I got all the confirmation I needed this morning. Guy's a douche.
Oh, yeah, he's
That
a douche, but
doesn't-
that doesn't mean he's
that doesn't
beating
mean
up on his kid.
yeah, you need more evidence
Maybe you're
than
right.
that.
Maybe I'm just...
I mean, I believe he is, but
Seriously.
Promise me you'll do that? You'll look after him?
I'll look after him. Promise.
he's not gonna look after him.
Just one. I gotta go say goodbye to Chuck.
Doesn't care. And he's stupid.
I know it's not much, but Julian's been working with Dan, following some lead.
What lead?
I don't know. Apparently Dan won't say much.
What could Dan know that the police don't?
Why am I turning? Like that would have given me a better view. Freaking it.
She's upset with you, though. Can't say I blame her. I can't lose him, Dan.
I know.
He's all I have.
I'll get him back. I'll make everything right again.
Maybe he wasn't, I don't know. Am I just supposed to give him the benefit of the doubt now that he's served his time or something?
The guy's an ex-con. Wouldn't trust him for a second.
I want to do the right thing for you and the baby. I mean, I want to be there 100%. I'm talking Lamaze, midnight runs for ice cream, all that. And I'm an excellent baby proofer, so you don't have to worry about that.
Somebody else already has that covered. The father. Antoine, it's not yours.
Here you go, babe.
Oh, thank you.
Hey,
I'll even give you half off.
How
Antoine
the
Taylor, sports coordinator.
hell
Got the skills.
Oh, you gotta flip that up.
did they even
Antoine
meet?
Taylor, baby proofer. I've got the skills.
Thank you.
How did they?
David.
I remember the odd look she gave me. She was
What?
Angel flying too close to the ground was playing on the record player.
I am just. What?
And her eyes rolled back into her head. She just stopped.
I
So I
don't
ran to her.
understand how someone could just
And I was thinking,
die like
no matter
that
how hard I pressed my legs against
at
the
her
thing,
age.
it wasn't fast enough. As if my brain was telling me this couldn't be reality. 25-year-old women don't just drop dead.
That's what I'm saying.
I waited for her to wake up.
What do you see, Clay?
I can't talk about this.
Can't or don't want to?
Either.
Dude. I don't understand.
Wait. You need to leave now before I call the police.
I forgot my phone. That's all.
How convenient. Now go.
You know, I haven't done anything.
Haven't done anything?
I served my time. I have just as much right to be around Tree Hill as anybody.
And I have the right to refuse service to anybody, and I'm not serving you.
You freaking idiot. Why?
There's that son of a bitch.
How does that man think? Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna have a conversation with him.
Great idea.
Like a conversation?
Whatever kind it takes to get answers.
And those guys for two. What do you think would happen if they made one phone call saying that Dan Scott is snooping around looking for his son?
Ooh.
All I'm saying is now that we know where he is, we should come up with some sort of plan.
Ooh. There you go, Julian. There you go.
You mean those guys back there who are watching the game and laughing and drinking coffee? Nobody's doing anything to find my husband, and it's not enough! No!
You don't calm down. We'll have to remove you from the building. Is there anyone we can call?
I freaking lose my shit.
Nobody's making this a priority.
Actually, I feel like
Nathan's missing and it's yesterday's news.
I probably wouldn't sleep if it was like my wife.
I have trusted Dan before, and he always makes me feel like an idiot for it.
I know we both have many, many reasons to hate him. But Dan may be our only hope.
Help me. Help me, Dan Scott. You're my only hope. Asking Darth Vader for assistance. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit.
Stay out here. Hear me?
Dude. That's like attempted murder. Ah, that's not good. Hey. That dog's missing.
Can't believe this is happening. Doesn't even seem real.
Yeah, I know.
I feel so bad for Haley. I can't imagine.
Hey!
What?
You're telling me that he's my son?
I'm not telling you anything. You have to tell me. How'd you do this?
You're screwing with my head.
Clay, I haven't done anything. Like I said before, I believe your mind has been trying to tell you something for quite some time now.
So you've known about this the whole time? He said that you told him he's gonna be leaving soon. Why? Because he's gonna be leaving with me? He's not leaving with me.
What?
Clay? Want to put the plane back together now? Clay, are you ready? Where are you going? Clay?
Wow, a lot happened in this episode.
Forgive me, Nathan. I just don't know what else to do.
Aaron?
Tell me what you know.
That was a huge episode. Oh my gosh. Let's start off with the quicker things. So Haley is now going to be working with Dan to figure this whole thing out. And they're slowly solving it. We already know basically all the information, and they're piecing it together themselves to act upon it or do whatever they're going to do or however they're going to do it. Deb came back. Another character that we've seen again, or we've seen before come back in the final season. There was a very, very strange reveal that Miss Lauren was pregnant with Quinn's ex-husband's kid. I'm going to ignore all the little holes as to he doesn't live here, and he hasn't lived here for a long time. So the little timelines, whatever, how the hell did they even get together? How are they a couple? I'm going to ignore all that because I don't care about it, and it's such a tiny little detail. But there's massive holes in that little story. Then Brooke and Julian are fighting with that creepo psycho lunatic dude. He's going to continuously be problems because he's out, and it looks like he's just playing with them, honestly. He's a sick little shit, and that's what happens. Moving on even further, before the big reveal of what happened with Clay, Chase beat the holy hell out of Chuck's dad with a tire iron. Is that what you call those things? I think it was. That's not good. He could. I don't know to what extent he beat him with that too. But like that's severe. It's not just like going and beating someone up. Like it's going to another level. Especially if you're using your own another object to that extent, it's a weapon. So you're using a weapon, and I understand I assume he beat his wife. We know he beat his kid. I'm not saying he deserves lesser punishment. I'm all for that punishment. But as far as a legal standpoint and the danger that Chase is in is massive. He could... I don't know. We never saw him. So he could have killed him, for all I know. Definitely attempted murder on that. If you've ever seen The Walking Dead, that was Negan-like. And, so, really bad. Alright, the big thing, the big reveal. So, Clay has finally discovered what his trauma was. He had this... Something happened, something very traumatic happened to him, which causes him to turn like a switch off in his head to like delete files of his memory and moments, and he blocks it off because of traumatic events and something very intense that triggers such reaction. And it is discovered that him and his ex-wife had a kid. And it's been that kid that was there with him the entire time. Now, I'm going to say my opinion on it, and I'm sure the YouTube doctors will gladly voice their opinions as well. I am not convinced at all that that is a good storyline or an accurate storyline. I'm not lessening the impact of the traumatic experience of losing someone, and nobody ever come at me for saying that trauma, like losing someone you love and close to you, shouldn't cause that. I've lost over 10 people in my life, so like don't come at me. I've experienced that. I'm not convinced that even a percentage that is worth noticing experiences that, what he's experienced. That if people actually do to that extent, and I'm sure there are scenarios where it's you lose someone and it's even more traumatic. It wasn't as traumatic as like I expect that to happen in a human being. in such a complicated mind and such a deep, what are the words to use, that is a human being's brain. For him to lose his wife like that in front of him in that way, I'm not convinced that that's the response, that's the reaction that he should have properly had. I'm not saying it could never happen, but it's gotta be such a small percentage. I'm not convinced that it's worth or good enough to make a story like this out of it, because it's so tiny. Like, you can't, if you can relate to the audience, if there's an audience member or a viewer who can relate to that in that exact way without stepping even like much further to where there are traumatic events that would definitely trigger stuff like that, it's like a what? So like I'm not convinced that that's a good storyline, but you know, they've done that. They really, it's annoying. They haven't branched his character out. It's always, ever since he got here, it's been focused on his wife, his ex-wife, and it's just been his ex-wife and his ex-wife and his ex-wife and her death and his attachment to her, and it's been like that for ever since he's been here. And it like, yeah, I'm not trying to downplay the sadness of it or the impacts of it. I'm talking about storytelling. I'm talking about writing. I'm talking about TV shows. Move on. Move on. I don't like it. And they really failed his character, in my opinion. They had like this big ol' build up and so much potential, and it dropped. And then here they had build up and so much potential, and I really thought that they were going to go with some like childhood trauma, something like that, and then maybe he turns around and connects with the little kid in some way and like adopts the kid. But no, they went as he just completely forgot his child, which I'm not convinced is an accurate storyline. And I'm not convinced, I'm sure someone has experienced something just like this out there, but I'm not convinced that it is anywhere close to a percentage worth noticing. And I'm talking exactly like this storyline. I am convinced that people experience what he's experiencing through heavy abuse, through heavy, watching a lot of death in front of you, typically in war or in, the line of duty in some way, police officer, firefighters. I am convinced situations with backgrounds of high traumatic experiences can experience what his character has. I'm not convinced that his storyline and how he experienced that trauma is big enough to impact him in that way, or worth showing from a writer standpoint or a storytelling standpoint. Because the percentage, I'm not convinced the percentage is high. And obviously this is an opinion, and like I said, I'm sure the YouTube doctors, I call them YouTube doctors because they're probably not actually doctors, will voice their opinions on this scenario or have experiences of their own. But like, I'm not downplaying anybody's experiences. I'm not downplaying anyone's trauma. I'm just saying, whatever the experiences are, whatever the trauma is, I'm not convinced it's a high enough percentage to be worth a storytelling to this point. Because I don't think you can connect with the audience. in a moment like this where you could have really connected with the audience, or you could have really made something more. I think they went with shock value here. That's another thing. I think this was more of a shock value thing than it was a accuracy. But then again, this is just an opinion, you know. That's all my... I have never stood here and said I know for a fact. Just an opinion. I'm not a doctor. And I'm convinced 90% of the people who are watching this are not doctors either. They just continue to suck at telling Clay and Quinn's stories, or continuing to tell Clay and Quinn's stories. It's just not working. Had a lot of hype, and it's gone. And Clay had a lot of hype here. It didn't work. It didn't work for me. I wasn't pleased. So, but other aspects of this season I am still pleased about, and I am excited to see how they unfold. As we continue on. Season 9, Episode 9 is coming up next. Like the video, comment down below, subscribe if you have not already. I will see you all next time.